Hi, hello people. So this happy-go-lucky thing only lasted for a couple videos because, well, I'm going to tell you why I've cried so much this week. Always a good topic, really, isn't it? I've cried a lot this week for a number of different reasons, both proudness and happiness, and then to the other end of the spectrum of complete and utter sadness. Truthfully, I was really unsure on whether to even make this video. There's three main reasons why I cried this week, and well, I'll start with the first one. That was Emma Blackery. If you don't know, Emma Blackery on Sunday for Summer in the City shaved her head for charity, and she all raised together £26,001. That's incredible. And she's given it to 5 different charities, so wow. Those charities are getting over £5,000 each, which is just incredible. I donated a £5. I'm just so proud of Emma because I've said for years, because I have really long hair, I've said like next haircut I'll cut like 8 inches off and donate it so they can make a wig. But I've always bottled it. The fact she did it, I know she wasn't donating her hair, she was just raising money, but it's kind of given me the like, well, if Emma can shave her whole entire head, because like me, she kind of has a love affair with her hair, then I'm like, maybe next time I can cut 8 inches off my hair, or 6 inches, or quite a lot of inches off my hair and donate it to someone who can't grow their own. Watched Louis' footage and then I was crying, and then when Emma posted her video I was crying too, and it was out of pure pride and just general happiness that she is at a place now that she's happy. And I've never met Emma. She follows me on Twitter though, so if you see this, hello. It's crazy, and I'm just so freaking proud, really. And it was happy. They were happy tears, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so proud of her. The second time I cried was at a daytime TV show about animals. It's on BBC One. It's daytime because I'm unemployed, but that's a whole other barrel of fish. On this like animal program, following police horses, and like the ex-police horses like went to this sanctuary kind of thing. This horse came 8 months ago called Romulus, beautiful horse. The person who had ridden him for 3 years before he went into retirement went to see him, and Romulus was at the other end of the field just munching away, and then the policeman came right up to the fence. Once again, this is the part of the story which made me cry. Romulus was at the other end of the field and he just kind of looks up, sees there's someone over there at the fence and goes, and then starts trotting over because he remembered him. I lost it. I lost it, and I was like, he remembered him. The horse remembered the policeman, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I bawled my eyes out. Like, I was like that kind of crying. There was snot where snot shouldn't have been. It wasn't a pretty sight. That was kind of out of like pure like, I want a connection like that with just anyone. So sadness and happiness. And third and final, and probably the main reason why I'm making this video, and probably the main reason why I've cried the most, and I never thought that I would cry and break down like as much as I did, but it was the death of Robin Williams, and I can feel myself like a lump forming in my throat already, so I'm sorry if I cry. Like when the news broke, I honestly didn't believe it, because it was all like celeb news kind of thing, and I'm like, there's always like hoax deaths and whatever, and it was when the serious like broadcasting like the BBC and whatever started posting it, I was like, oh, he has died, like Robin Williams has died. I was like, what? And I couldn't quite comprehend what I was thinking. I was sat there and it just dawned on me, like, all the, like, of my favourite movies, like, well, the majority of my favourite movies, he's in. Hook, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji, Good Will Hunting. The list goes on. It just makes me so sad that he basically epitomises my whole childhood and brought me so much joy. And it makes me so sad that he couldn't do the same for himself. And it just makes me sad, and there's no other way I can say it. I thought I'd have a good number of years, like I'd be a proper adult, not one of these 19-year-old ones. Before someone who was like in my childhood, like, or someone who just makes me happy would die. I happen when I'm 19, I'm like, oh my god, never gonna have anything new. The thing that makes it worse is the fact he brought so much joy to me and to the world and to people of all ages, like, and it's so sad that he couldn't do it to himself. And it just, I hope people take depression seriously now, because it is a serious problem. The thing that makes it 10 times worse for me, this is the second Peter Pan to have died quite tragically. First Peter Pan, who did the voice and was the live action model, animated Disney. He was a man called Bobby Driscoll, and he was in other like old Disney films. I'll tell you the basics of what happened with Bobby. I made a Tumblr post on it 2 years ago, and there's far more information on it there. But he ended up being found on a bench in New York, dead by 2 kids, and he had no forms of identification on him, and buried in an unmarked grave. Looking slightly on the brighter side of the whole Robin Williams thing, at least he's remembered, you know? It's not like Bobby Driscoll, who, when he died, he wasn't remembered. Nobody knew who he was. At least Robin is remembered, and he will forever be immortalised. Like, he's a comedy hero to so many people, and he will forever be immortalised, like all the greats, like Charlie Chaplin. He'll always be remembered, and at least like Robin will be remembered because he is so great. Bangarang Peter. Bangarang.